What's up, guys? It's so good to see you. I'm on my off week, spending time with my family in Florida. Well, really the Gulf Shores area, the Alabama, Florida region. And so while I can't be with you live, please enjoy these next several minutes working our six pack up and down. We're gonna for sure hit the waistline, running ribs to hips, making the waistline V. And you know we're gonna work some of these erector spinae muscles in the low middle back. We're gonna work those glutes too. So what you'll need for this class is a lighter set of weights. I have a set of 4s. Then you might also want one heavier set, one dumbbell of a heavier set of weights, maybe. I'm gonna probably just use my set of 4s. All right, so without further ado, let's do it. If you follow me on Spotify, go ahead and select any of my play sets that you would like to rock along with me. I do not own music, so I'm not playing music alongside of this workout. Let's get started. I have my timer. I do have music playing in my ear though, because that's what I like to do when I work out. So we're gonna have some fun. You can play your set. We're gonna start with an ab sequence of 4 different exercises. And I want you to try and work in a seated straddle position. Use the length of your yoga mat. I want you to start to feel the stretching that's happening underneath our knees. It may feel like really big ropes pulling because those hamstrings are super tight. So now while you're working your abdominal area and your obliques, I also want you to have some awesome secondary stretching in your hamstrings. If legs are very, very bent off the floor, you might need to bring your legs more forward. Try and ground down through those legs as best as you can. Sit up nice and tall on your sit bones. Try not to round. Sit up nice and tall. Try not to arch. Grab a set of lighter sets. Here's what it looks like. Once you have your straddle, I'm putting my heels back on my mat for comfort. Alternating punches with toe touches. You make the rotation happen with whatever mobility you have right now. Reaching, come back to your center. Twisting, reaching, come back to your center. Try to place those knees down to the floor. All right, let's get started, guys. Grab your dumbbells. We're here for 30 seconds. Set, go. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reset. Exhale, twist. Back of the knees down. Good. Like you have protection around your face, your guards. And then you twist. Draw it back to position. Here's our final 10 seconds to go. Twist, lean into the back of that leg. Open up those legs, hips, spine. We have time for one more. Option to ditch the weights and punch with just your hands, change. All right, for this next one, we're gonna lay down on our back, ditch the weights. We'll call it bow and arrow. We're on our forearms instead of flat. From our forearms, we stack our elbows and forearms so that the shoulders have support right above the elbows. We're gonna start with one leg bent. My toe is connected to the outside of my knee. Belly in with a rounded spine instead of an arch. We start by pushing into the floor, drawing our belly in. Bring your leg all the way up the wall. Bring it down. Slide your toe inside the seam of your leg. Drag that other toe to knee. Lift it up. Bring it down. Slide it out and keep your alternating. You keep track. We're here for 30 seconds. Find your form. Stacking shoulders above your elbows. Here we go. Draw your bow. Ready, set. Here we go. We send it up the wall, back down. Slide, glide that other leg. Up, then down. Slide, glide, other toe to knee, belly in. Raise it up. Slowly lower it. Notice that difficult spot where it gets really challenging. You have to stay committed to this effort. Try not to flee when it gets super challenging. Notice what happens. Change. Okay, for our next one, we're gonna lay down on our back and create a straddle. and we reach through. For this one, I will grab 1 6-pounder. I'm gonna turn backwards. From our straddle position, we're gonna quickly make a little ballerina crisscross to work our inner outer thighs. We'll start with our straddle, as much width between our legs as we can to open up and stretch our hip flexors, the front of our hips, our psoas. Pull the weight through your legs and try to peel those shoulders off of your mat. Then as you bring your dumbbell back up over your chest, quickly cross one ankle over the other ankle, and then lift back up into your straddle. Okay, lay down on your back. Get your straddle ready. Bring your dumbbell above you. Ready to lift up, set. Here we go. Exhale, straddle through. Quick crisscross the ankles. So each ankle gets to be in front, on top. Then quickly lift up again with those shoulders. Option to keep your head, neck, and shoulders off the floor when you make your crisscross ballerina ankles. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our last one will be one of my favorites. No weights. You do need your arms at your sides though, so clear up space. It's a reverse tuck. For your reverse tuck, start with your arms placed on your sides when you're laying down on your back. Find a diagonal for your legs where they're nice and challenged. Your abdominal muscles are in without your back arching off the floor. I'm going to create a straddle in the air. When your feet start to come together, lift your tailbone up off of the floor. Use your triceps and your chest to slowly lower down. Straddle up. Once your hips are off the floor, take your time and slowly bring it down. Bring your legs down and straddle back up. Okay, here we go. Straddle up, 30 seconds. Send your legs up the wall. Bring them down to your diagonal set. Here we go. Straddle, raise it up. Reverse your tuck. Slowly bring it down. Again, straddle, reverse tuck. Nice and slow, bringing our hips down to the floor. Straddle up. Nice and slow, coming down in our reverse tuck. Last 3, 2, 1, change. All right, let's do that whole sequence again because it was so much fun. We'll start at the top in a seated position. Grab both dumbbells that are lighter set. Find your straddle. Maybe it's a little bit more improved flexibility than our first set. Maybe it's exactly where we were in the first set. It'll be just a little less painful or maybe a little easier to breathe through. Try to get the back of the knees to the floor, stretching those hamstrings. Grab your weights, belly in, opposite hand foot. Here we go. Reach, twist, reaching, pushing back of the legs to the floor. Exhale, back to center on the inhale. Exhale, inhale. I think we have time for one more on this side. And then last time on this side, change. Let's make our bow and arrow legs. You don't need any weights. Come down to your forearm and elbows. Let's start with the other leg drawn. So find your legs in a straight out position. Draw knee, toe to knee. Draw your belly in, set. Here we go. Raise it up, bring it down. Slide your toe down to the ankle. Drag your other toe to the knee. Lift. Lower, slide, pull that belly in. Remind yourself why you're here, why you like to take care of yourself, why it's so important to you, why it's a value in your life. It's a lifestyle instead of a fad. Change. All right. We're going to go for those straddle throughs with a quick crisscross of the ankle. I'm going to grab 1 6-pounder, lay down on your back, bring your dumbbell above your chest, make your straddle, set your body, go. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower, crisscross ankles. Again, go lift up that chest, neck, shoulders off the floor. Peel that body up. Crisscross, big straddle. Chin off chest, pointed toes, inner thighs, outer thighs, hamstrings. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change. Okay, we're gonna straddle up, reverse tuck down, lay on your back. Let's set our legs at a long diagonal, belly in, ready, set. There we go, straddle, upward. Slowly reverse tuck down, leg raise, straddles, reverse tuck. Nice and slow-mo down. Straddle, push the belly down to the floor. Like lower, change. All right, which means this is our final time around. Yeah, come up to seated. Make that straddle happen. And we're noticing, we're entering it with maybe a little bit more mobility or flexibility. And here we go, final time, back of the legs down on the floor, set. Here we go, exhale, twist, back to center. Exhale, twist, back to center. Keep the back of the knees down to the floor. Feel the sits bones down on the floor. Exhale. I know you can do it. Finish strong. 3, remember these last 2. 1, change. Bow and arrow. You don't need weights. Come down to your elbows. Draw your bow, arrow legs. Round through your spine, belly in, ready, set, go. The leggings that I chose today, slide, glide the other toe to the knee. The seam is on the low back right now, so I'm trying to adjust it. Lower, lift, lower, and lift to a more comfortable spot on my low back. Almost there. Lift, lower, slide, glide. This is it. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Well done. On our back, straddle throughs with the quick crisscross of the ankles. Grab a heavier set or heavier weight on our back. Set your dumbbell and make your straddle. Last time, ready, set. Here we go. Shoulders coming up a little baby bit higher. Remember our first one when the move, the exercise was a little different, uncomfortable, maybe even a little foreign to the body with coordination. But now the mind's wrapped right around the exercise, you know, the components. So try and get one more in, knowing that you can keep moving a little bit more fluidly, change. All right, let's do our straddles up and reverse tuck down on our back. Find that spot with a nice sweet challenge in our legs. Ready? Straddle. Lift that reverse tuck, hips up, and then slow-mo down. Straddle up. Nice and slow on our way down, using tremendous amounts of awareness in multiple big muscle groups. You can feel the chest and the tris, the engagement. Last 5, last 4, keep your core engaged. Last 3, 2, 1, change. Awesome job. Flip over as we begin our prone sequence. We'll work 3 different exercises for 30 seconds each. You don't need any weights. You can move those to the back. Come down to your stomach. My favorite prone, one of them, I have 3 favorites right now, is a Superman. One of them is the Superman, Superwoman. We create a lift, an extension, and then we pull down a lat bar one at a time. So with our belly in, instead of arching the spine, it looks like this. Exhale, get it all up. Take your time and pull that lat bar as low as you can, elbow towards the lower part of your waist. Push that lat bar back. Draw that other lat bar. push it back, bring it down. Get ready for number 2. Here we go. Remember, try not to bend your knees. Try to contract the front of the legs. Squeeze your glutes as tight as you can. Pelvic tuck a little bit, so your pubic bone's a little bit more to the floor and your belly is in. Arms ahead of us, set. Let's go. Exhale, lift. Create a pull, and it's really low. Create a push, go to the other side. Lower down, lift up. In these 30 seconds, your movement is slow. Keep it moving. Notice if one side feels a little stickier, it feels a little bit harder to travel through. And as you notice that side, that's where you're sending a little bit more power, a little bit more strength and focus. Change. Take your 5 seconds. Then you can maybe just place your face, your chin, just on your wrist bones. Relax your legs. Take another big breath. And then this time we'll work genies. Another set of prone, a different variation. For this one, find the edges of your mat. Stretch the legs so that they're as wide as your yoga mat. Then we're going to bend our knees. And then we're going to touch our heels together. Now with the heels together, you can turn your toes out. Now we're going to set our upper body. You can bring your face all the way down to the mat, your chin on your wrists, maybe on your knuckles. Maybe you want to make a little pillow for your chin. Try to keep your upper body down low. In the genie, create a lift in the knees and then a lower. Create a lift in the knees and then lower. You may not have a lot of movement. That's okay. It's still activating. Pelvic tuck your hips, draw your belly in. We work for 30 seconds. Each one quality. Ready? Go. Exhale, lift the knees. Inhale, lower. You should feel tremendous amounts of muscles trying to ignite, fire, activate in your low middle back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's get one more in 3, in 2, in 1. Extend your legs, relax your quads, relax your glutes, relax your shoulders, relax your hips, relax your lower back. Make room for one more big inhale and exhale. And this last one, we'll create opposite arm, opposite leg, bird dog, but just on the belly. All right, so alternating one arm with the opposing leg, keeping our pelvic tucked a little bit so we don't lift up too high, avoiding any bend in the knee. You keep track of your rights, lefts. Draw your belly in, pelvic tuck set. And here we go, nice and slow. Exhale, try to get that back leg to lift from your backside muscles instead of bending at the knee. See if you can point the toes, reminding yourself your muscles are working. If you tell them which ones to do and where to go, direct them. Tell the glutes to squeeze. Tell the toes to point to make the glutes contract. Get one more in, change. Let's take a few breaths here. Again, you can make a little pillow. You can even bring your left ear to the floor. Maybe bring your arms at your sides, take a couple of breaths. And to make it even, you should switch your ears so the right ear touches the floor. And you make a few breaths here on the side. Take one more breath and then place your hands beneath your shoulders, push yourself to a tabletop position where we'll end with a little bit of stretching. In a tabletop position, let's just make a little clockwise circle. One more, circle, circle. And go the other way. And then find that tabletop spine. Let's arch the pelvis like we rolled the marble in Pilates. Let's tuck the pelvis, gazing down, looking down. One more, maybe tuck the toes to the floor. And then as you arch, use the toes to lift the tailbone a little higher. And then as you press the shoulder blades up, maybe push the shoelaces firm down to the floor. Let's do a child's pose. Send your hips back, open your knees super wide, and let your belly fall through your thighs. Spider walk your right hand to the right side of your mat, and then spider walk your left hand. Maybe you can cross the wrists. Maybe you want to keep your hand flat to the mat. Bring your eyebrows, forehead down, and take a big breath. Exhale it out. Spider walk hands to the center of your mat. Spider walk hands to the left side of your mat. Maybe cross the right wrist on top of the left one, or just right by your left hand. Take a breath in through the nose. Big exhale breath through the nose. Spider walk your hands back to the center. And then stack those shoulders directly underneath your wrists. Tuck your toes, send your hips up for a down dog. Push the chest towards the thighs. Good job, guys. You can go ahead and come to a slow standing position. Are you ready to work our glutes a little bit more? Yes. Okay, we can put our bands on. A couple of inches above your knees if you'd like to for the glute sequence. I'm going to give you a few sets of glutes. We'll work our calves, work the inner, the outer, work all the major muscles in our backside of the body. Grab a set of dumbbells. Meet me on your mat. We'll start with a feet hip distance apart. With a set of dumbbells, you can create a hammer hold and press directly above your own shoulder with your palms facing inward. Find a resistance in your band today so that you can feel it the entire time. You may be a little bit wider than your own hips. Start with a neutral spine, no arch and no tuck. We're not pressing out the C curvature of the spine, it's there. Draw your navel in. When we press, we send our hips up at the same time, our weights go up. When we come down, our elbows hover off of the floor instead of touching, and so do our hips. Without them touching the floor, we send them right back up. Keep a light bend to your elbow joints so you can feel the muscles still in tension versus a lockout joint stack where the muscles may not be as much in tension. Here we go. Start with your palms facing each other in a hammer hold. If you're listening to music, remember, maybe pair it up now. Ready, set, here we go. Exhale, press. Inhale, hover. Exhale, press. Inhale, hover. I want you to pay attention to how we have our feet facing forward. Also, we have our feet under our knee joints. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull. Last 5. In 4, I want you to keep your hips up with your weights. In 3. In 2. Now just hold. You may feel a little shaking, you may feel a little trembling. Your dumbbells may not be perfectly still. Keep pressing that resistance band. Get ready to pulse. Draw your belly in. Find your pelvic floor muscles. Pull them up and in. And here we go. Little baby pulses. You go up, 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 up. Nice and slow. I want you to find a little bit extra contraction in each one. Keep your shoulder blades grounded. Squeeze at the top. Exhale, squeeze. Finish strong. We've got 10, 9, 8. Keep pulsing. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your dumbbells down, secure them to the floor nicely. And it probably feels like you want to rub your glutes or give your hips a little tap massage. We're doing a really nice job. Okay, option to keep your resistance band on for this next one. We're going to do the same distance, except this time target the front of the legs by lifting our toes off of our mat. See what kind of flexion you can get from your ankles today, our mobility in our feet, in our ankle joints. So if you have a set of dumbbells, option now to take your arms for a different direction. Open the armpit skin. Find the dumbbell directly above your elbow. And notice your arms are more like an L shape or a 90-degree angle on both sides. When we press, remember our toes stay off the mat. Exhale, push straight up without tapping the dumbbells together. On the inhale, hover down. Here we go. Option to lift your toes. Find that resistance in your band where you can feel it. Draw your navel in. And here we go. Exhale, up. Inhale, you hover. Exhale, up. Inhale, hover. The goal is time under tension. So how long the muscles are staying activated, contracted by your direction. You're telling them to. Exhale, so stay committed to the down movement, the right back up movement, but also stay committed to how you're aware of breath. Lower. Exhale, flex. Inhale, slow it down. Exhale, flex. In 5, we keep our hips up. In 4, keep your weight still. In 3, in 2. All right, right here, let's hold. Little space between the heads of the dumbbells. Direct your toes up. Tell your pelvic floor muscles to pull in, to pull up. Squeeze your butt. Get ready to pulse. Option to bring our weights to our pelvis. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Little movements, but a big impact to the quality of our spine, knees. Even the pooch belly could be determined upon the quality of glutes sometimes, the tilt in our spine because of a heavy belly. Exhale, up, 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 up. Squeeze, turn on the glutes. Up, 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 up. Here we go. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Secure your weights to the floor. Oh, roll those ankles into some circles clockwise. Can you do your ankles at the same time in different directions? I bet some of you can. I can probably do 1 foot at a time. And then the other foot just gets confused. All right, circle them out. Those shins did a good job. Your calf muscles too, your glutes. Rub out those muscles. Okay, for our third and final set of glutes, we're not going to need a band and we're not going to need a set of weights either. So just leave those out of your way. We're going to create a leg up and down with the hips. Lower, nothing touches the floor, and lift. Your leg can come all the way up, or you can keep it diagonal. Bring your hips down, bend your left knee flat to the floor, extend your right leg long. Draw your navel in, ready, set. Here we go. Lift hips and leg and slowly hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. In 5, keep your leg up the wall for a curtsy tuck. In 3. In 2. Right here, keep your leg up, keep your hips up. Bend your knee. Tuck your toes under by turning the right hip out. Then send your leg right back up. It's a bend, a rotation of the hip to tuck the toes under. Only 5. Last 4. You've got 3. Our favorite 2. Your best quality 1. Bring your hips all the way down. Alternate, please. Send your left leg up, then place that left leg flat. Bend the right knee, right foot flat, belly in, set. Here we go. Hips lift with leg. Hips lower with leg, hover. Exhale up. Inhale down. lift, lower, lift, lower. Last 3, 2. All right, keep your hips up and leg up. It's bent knee, tuck the toes under, turning the left hip out, right back up. Bend the knee. To tuck the toes, direct the left knee, rotate it out. Here's our last 4. You've got 3 curtsies. Your favorite last 2. Your best quality one. Then place that left foot down. Tuck your knees in towards your chest. Open your arms, tee them out to the sides. If you have your weights out of the way, supine twist. Draw your knees to the right side of the floor. Maybe they touch the ground, maybe not. Shimmy your right shoulder more squared to the ground, opening more of your chest to the ceiling. Option to grab the back of your hairline, direct your chin over the left shoulder. Now take a breath. Let the left side of your spine open near your hips, near your glutes. Feel the middle upper spine opening too. Turn your chin back to neutral, gazing upward. Then take your time with your arms teed out to the side. Slowly bring those legs tabletop, shins parallel to the floor. And supine twist to the opposite side. Draw your knees to the left. Shimmy your left shoulder more on the floor, opening up your chest more to the ceiling. Option to grab the back of your hairline to assist and turn the chin to the right shoulder. Notice the right low waistline. Those muscles we used multiple times. Feel your hips, ribs. Feel that left side body stretch. All right, draw those shins to tabletop position, your chin neutral. You can roll to the side if that helps you, or you can grab the back of your knees to roll up, sit up. All right, that was our fun for this session. I'll check you later for our next session. Be good to yourself. Lots and lots and lots of water. Wholesome food ahead of you. Positive thoughts. And I miss ya, but I'll see you soon. See you guys.